What's good, family? I am back again. Yes, I am. I've been digging. I'm just trying to catch up on everything, all my notes, and providing decent content, trying to up my game, step my game up a little bit. I hope everybody's doing well. It is now 4:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Queen Common Sense coming back to you from the Chi-Town remix to the Cackalack of Sticks, 4:06 p.m. Friday. Okay. And I've been following this devil Diddy. Okay. And I got some confirmation for us people. Got some confirmation. We were on a panel over at Pinky the Housewife. Shout out to Pinky the Housewife, Miss Black Titanic. I hangs out with them frequently because I enjoy the energy. I enjoy the facts being dropped, the gems, and just being around like-minded, peaceful people, women who are not threatened by others' intelligence and welcoming and totally compassionate of other women. I absolutely adore them. Please go check them out. And Queen Sheba Darling is another space I love visiting, but I try to keep it, unbiased. So when I do my research, I do it one subject at a time. Then I take a break, take my notes, then I'll do my little browsing and exploring and stuff like that for my own entertainment. But yeah, we have some confirmation people, and I think you might enjoy this. The confirmation portion of it, not the content itself, because anybody that can co-sign a monster like Diddy or be complicit around him and allow him to silence the dreadful things from emerging and being exposed, in my opinion, those people are just as evil as the evildoer himself. Now, got a little sound bite. Shout out to Daily Dopamine. This is a little short clip, 45-second clip, and it's going to confirm the content we were discussing over on Pinky the Housewife's channel, about the inappropriate relationships between toxic mothers and their sons. And this all connects the dots for Miss Needy Nail on her brother, Jezebel Martell, and it's very parallel. And for those of you who are skittish, this is a trigger warning. It's a trigger warning before I play this soundbite and others to follow. We're going to wrap it all up in a nice, neat little bow, and we're going to keep our red bottoms on the necks of narcissism and brutality against Black women, as well as disrespect, blatant, unwarranted disrespect of Black women. Now, let's peep this together, shall we?
Kirk Burroughs, the president at the time, a bad boy, told me that he smacked his mother. I remember we was in the car. It was me, Puff, and his mother got in the car with us. His mother got in the car, he was on the phone, and then he said to his mother, "Yo, didn't I tell you to stay out my MF business?" Yo, I want to snatch the fucking shadow off him. I said, "Boy, who you talking to?" I said, "Boy, if you ever talk to your mama like that again around me, I'ma beat the shit out you." "But G, I told her to stay out of business." Let me just say this to you right now. If she wasn't for her, you wouldn't have no business. And Miss Combs sits there and quiet as a church
There we go.
mouse. And he ain't say nothing. He ain't say a word. Cause he knew I was serious. I wasn't playing with him.
There we are.
Kirk Burroughs.
Someone is an eyewitness. Kurt Burrows, Diddy's handler and groomer, because Kurt Burrows is alleged to be quite the pervert as well. Now, let's move on to this other clip from the season 1 after Jezebel was arrested. And he's having a nice little chat with Mama Marlene. And it took me a minute to ease up on watching this and to sneak up on the back end of watching this because I cannot stand enablers. I don't care what dynamic of a relationship it is. I cannot stand when a mother knows that her child is touched, okay, deranged, and very, very, very toxic and refuses to acknowledge it. This is really another trigger warning, y'all. So we're gonna try to get through this without getting sick. Okay, let me get to the correct time marker. Okay, here we go. Melody's beefing up security.
That we have eyes on both sides of the street. We want to be able to see every angle, whether it's someone's exiting or walking up from the side, so we can have a visual on it.
Your safety, the kids, first priority, number one.
Absolutely. I'm glad y'all are here, and I appreciate y'all already. And I'm gonna let y'all make y'all's calls y'all need to make to get everybody in position. They need to be in position. With the recent mugshot and arrest of my ex, I definitely don't know what he's gonna try to do next. I definitely had to up my security game. Whenever I start seeing people unraveling and becoming unhinged, my biggest thing is always going to be safety and protection for me and my children, because this is where they lay their heads every other week.
Trying to still get my head wrapped around this charge, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting arrested.
You heard what he can't, he still has not sunk in for him. He still feels that showing multiple different faces to different people to mask the facetious, disgusting things that he's been doing. That's how these covert narcissists operate. They'll have two hands under the cover, okay, doing their dirty deeds. And then when the light comes on, you see a halo appear. Let's check this conversation out, y'all.
For a text message I sent Melody over a year ago, you know? August the 27th, 2022.
But my thing is, why would you have somebody arrested for some text messages? Who do that? Be a woman. Handle your.
This really bothers me. That really bothers me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she is handling her business. Melody has always been handling her business. And nobody had a problem with it as long as she was quiet. Now, if we go back to the clip where Diddy's bodyguard confirmed that Diddy has put his hands on his own mother, and then the disconnect, you see the conditioning where you can correct him for disrespecting his toxic mother, who is mostly responsible for why Diddy is the way he is now. Okay? You can defend and protect that. But the other woman and women that were being brutalized and held against their will and completely violated, you remain silent. When it comes to Cassie, you held on that for 10 years. but you ran to his toxic mama's defense. You see the enabling here, people? Let's go.
My message to her was saying, stop bullying me. You know what I'm saying? I said, stop bullying me. Because it's all what you and your friends doing.
Why she keep bothering you?
Right.
I don't get it.
You don't get law enforcement involved unless you in harm's way or something, you know?
The unbelievable irony. You don't get law involved unless you're in harm's way. Well, if she left it up to you, Jezebel Martell, she would be broke like you, grifting like you, trying to siphon resources from anyone that might have a little extra spare change. And if she had a side piece, she would be utilizing them for home base like you are. That's guaranteed stability because your child is there. And even however trifling the bench warmer might be, she's going to fight to try to keep a roof over her head, whether it be her own or somebody else's or borrowed. Okay? See, Melody worked hard to get to the point in life that she is now while she was with you and since she has divorced you. And you are not going to brutally disrespect her in front of her children with you in the house that she pays for, where you reap the benefits and the glory and the credit for being a tyrant. That's called slavery. We don't do that anymore with women, with black folks, with children, or in marriages. We just don't do that anymore. Okay? These Kevin Samuels loving, red pill, blue pill, just delusional MGTOW, whatever groups, just somewhere from Pluto is no logic. It's astounding what the mind will do and how it'll play tricks on you. Let's check something else out here. Cause I went up and dug up some stuff from when I was studying, trying to figure out why my mother was the way she is with my brothers, and then in comparison to how she is with my sister and I. Now, the three older siblings have the same displaced loyalty that we see here from the bodyguard in defense of the mother being disrespected and having Diddy put his hands on his mama versus how he put his hands on Cassie and other people, other women repeatedly, and no one came to their defense or reported it. Okay, because I would have reported his ass this time for putting his hands on his mama, as well as Cassie and other women, Kim and other women. Rest in power, Queen Kim. So this is 6 types of unhealthy mother-son relationships that I came across. Shout out to Psych To Go channel, another channel of maintenance that I use as a go-to, when I want to do a little quick research or have a quick refresher. Sometimes you feel yourself slipping back into the same energy space of as when if you were still with or around and in connection with the narcissist that you have escaped. So this keeps me in the survivor category versus fight or flight. Definitely not a victim. Okay. So let's check this out. Little shortness, about almost 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes. 6 types of unhealthy mother-son relationships. See if anything sounds familiar to you.
Stitch fix, stitch fix, stitch fix.
Commercial, my bad, y'all. They're gonna let that rock out. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how, if we can pinpoint and point out anything that matches up with the Devil Diddy and Jezebel Martell, shall we? Let's go.
Mothers are the first female figures boys connect with when they enter this world. This is why setting good examples and demonstrating love and support is crucial right from the very start. But what about those who don't have such a great upbringing from their mothers? What are the harmful effects on them? Here are 6 types of unhealthy mother-son relationships. Number 1. Mama's boy. A close mother-son relationship is important, but how close is too close? When a mother oversteps her son's boundaries, makes all the decisions for him, and forces him to be by her side at all times, it leaves him very little room to grow independent as he gets older. In fact, his mother may work harder to make him feel guilty if he doesn't stay in touch with her constantly. The son is often empathetic, kind-hearted, and giving, but his mother often takes advantage of him because of that. As he gets older, he may quietly or openly resent her and start to retaliate in order to establish freedom for himself. Number 2. Mother and lover. If a mother lost her husband or partner unexpectedly, whether from death, divorce, or emotional distance, she might try to replace him with her son by having him play the spouse role. The son will likely feel uncomfortable fulfilling his mother's needs and may resent the father for leaving them or not being more active in their everyday lives.
There we go, folks. Sudden loss of the father went to prison in the case of Jezebel Martell. The resentment, the anger, and I'm sure that he was expected to behave, think, and maneuver like an adult male, and he was just a kid growing up, not understanding the dynamic of a nuclear family. So, subconsciously, a lot of mothers think that it is teaching their son leadership by saying, well, you're the man of the house now because you are the oldest and your father's not here or whatever. So I need you to step up and be the man of the house with no example, nothing to emulate, no guidance, no male leadership, no, consistent male energy in his life. You want him to think like a young man, but under the direction of you, his mother, a woman, a female, from female energy, feminine energy. Let's go.
No one should have to bear the burden of carrying on extra responsibilities, especially starting at such a young age. This can harm him both emotionally and psychologically, putting his individuality at risk. Number 3. The absent mother. It can create some serious damage when a mother is absent in her son's life, especially when her son is young. According to Hope Edelman, author of Motherless Daughters, those who grew up without a mother can have trouble forming relationships with others. Sons who grew up without mothers often either blame themselves, believing they did something wrong that caused their mother to leave, or they end up resenting them. It's easier to hold on to anger than nothing at all.
In a sense, I would say Marlene was an absent mother. She was there, but she did not introduce a healthy communication between her son, Jezebel Martell, and herself. She was always working. She had to work multiple jobs because she wasn't educated beyond whatever high school, possibly. Lots of entry level positions, I'm sure. Um, Very difficult, hard labor, you know, and she said it herself. I worked hard. I worked 2 jobs. I didn't have time to hear his whining and stuff like that. So whenever Martell tried to reveal any of his problems or share any of his struggles, being bullied, um, academic issues, she didn't have time. Okay, she was tired. She had work. So I worked all day, figure it out, stop that whining, get out my face, go somewhere and play boy, go sit down. That type of mama. So she was physically present. She just was not emotionally and spiritually and mentally present in mothering her sons. Hence the result we have here. Okay, let's go.
Number 4. The boss and subordinate. This type of relationship very much takes on the my way or the highway attitude. The mother is often highly controlling and dominant, forcing her son to follow her every lead. He has little to no say in expressing his sense of self. He will also have difficulty making decisions as he gets older. This can either influence him to depend on others too much, or he'll mirror his mother's actions and take control in situations where he feels valued and heard. Number 5. The hide-and-seek mom. This type of mom is often emotionally distant. Her son has a hard time reaching her when he needs her the most. She can be highly unpredictable with her mood swings, which makes it hard for her son to get close to her. Unsure of how she'll react, he learns to also keep a safe distance from her. This type of mother might struggle with giving her son little to no attention, love, and support. Consequently, this can make it hard for him to form real connections with others. He may learn to build up walls and struggle with social anxiety.
Now, see, this is a toss-up for me because this one fits as well for Marble Mouth Marlene. Okay? This one fits as well because emotional distance is there. And now that he's a grown, ashy man, she's infantizing him. Where's my boy? That's my boy. My child going to jail? He's a grown man. He did some stupid grown man things that he shouldn't have done to the level of felonious activity. He's not a boy. He's a grown adult who clearly has zero moral compass. Clearly.
Number 6. The mom and her trophy boy. This type of mother-son relationship revolves around perfection and expectations. In this circumstance, the mother likes to be the star and often puts her son on display like a trophy where she can show him off in front of others. He's treated more like a possession rather than a son to her. Obsessed with image and performance, she has high expectations for her son, pushing him to be better every day. Although he may be your all-star student in school, on the inside, he may be secretly suffering from pressure. As he grows up, he may be quick to please, constantly working, and incredibly self-critical. We want you to remember that your toxic upbringing does not define nor limit who you can become. What other red flags have you seen in mother-son relationships? We want you to know that you're not alone and aim to be a judgment-free platform where you can seek support from our other community members.
I absolutely adore this channel. Shout out again to Psychic to Go. Another one I wanted to share with you of lovely information. Lots of good stuff to learn over there. So go give them a click and a view, if you will. I just shout out people I come across that is helpful. I don't interact with this particular channel holder, but I do watch a lot of the videos over there from time to time. This one was actually from 5 years ago, but it rings true now. It's timeless, 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 timeless information. Very valuable, very useful. So I'm not going to be before you long. I just hope that everyone again is well, safe, working on that road to peace if you're not already there yet. If you are, guard your peace with your life, baby. And when you listen, ladies, my baby dolls, my young girls out here, stop providing wifely benefits to a boyfriend. Okay? This ain't cheerleading tryouts. All right? They are supposed to earn your trust. It's not supposed to be easy. And as natural nurturers, we like to try to make things easier for people when we have a naturally good, beautiful soul, pure soul. That is not the way to do it. And if he is inappropriately connected to his mother, okay, run like hell. That's all I got to say. Now, y'all enjoy the rest of your Friday. I might come back with another one. You never know. Stay tuned. And we gonna be out for right now. Peace, fam.